Good evening. This is Whitney Stroop reporting live with Dance Network News. We are here in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee at the ProTrack with Zach and Dorinda Walker. Now, I want to start off. How did you guys meet?
Well, actually, funny enough, we met on a dance floor. So about six and a half, almost 7 years now. There was a session that was happening at another studio that's like downtown, and a bunch of friends of us got together, and a guy brought, a few girl friends of his, and there was one girl who got up like some curly hair and like baggy jeans, and she was like super fresh, and I was like, who is that? And turns out it was somebody they called Fever, and short for Dance Fever, and her name happened to be Dorinda, and so that's who this person is. That's how we met, on the dance floor.
So after you guys met, what brought you guys together as far as a couple with dance?
I think just the group that we were in at the time, we used to stay up late, spend the night at a friend's house and session and choreograph together. And I think our relationship just grew from having like minds, the same thing. We both love God. We both love dance. We both enjoyed each other's company. We used to laugh a whole lot hanging out together. And I think it just grew once we realized how much passion we both had for the art form. I think it kind of knit us together even more, and eventually we solidified it. It was a relationship, and just started figuring out what it was exactly we wanted to do together.
And what exactly is the ProTrack?
Well, the ProTrack is a studio here in Nashville. What we do is we train dancers who are either professionals or want to be professionals for commercial industry careers. Basically, we offer different genres, commercial genres, also contemporary, some street styles as well, open classes, workshops, and showcases as well. We just want to be able to connect dancers in Nashville. We want to be able to promote them, and also just equip them with the right kind of training, so that's what we do.
Yeah, the way I think the whole thing evolved was from us starting out having workshops. Before there was a studio, we used to have workshops where we would bring in somebody, like we brought in Wildebeest or KK or Sakina, Sean Bankhead, different people, so that we could get training that we don't often get in Nashville. It's usually exclusive to LA, New York, Atlanta, and even though Nashville is not quite a big city, I mean, it's a big city, but it doesn't have the same opportunities that most of those markets have in the dance world. We wanted to bring that here instead of trying to, okay, what do we wait on? Instead of waiting on something to happen, we decided, okay, well, let's be the solution. Let's figure out how to get these dancers what they need, get them good training. Let's have weekly classes, because we don't really have a studio here that's like a BDC or Millennium where you can come and train as an adult. It's mostly just competition studios or rec studios where it's 18 and under. So we wanted to provide that for dancers so that they could come out, they could train, they could get information about auditions, they could learn how to do their resumes. We have a crew called Dreamer Society, and that's kind of the dancers that we take under our wing personally, and we take them out to conventions, we get them headshots, we get them build their resumes, we give them opportunities, insight that we've had from the jobs that we've done, and as we're growing as choreographers, trying to pass down the knowledge we get so that they can be successful and accomplish their dreams.
What is something you think is special about Nashville that is different than other cities like LA or New York?
There's a connection, I think, in Nashville to the artist. I think there's so much entertainment factor in other places. I think we're growing on that in that track on the dance side of things. Like, we've had entertainers, country singers, and a lot of gospel music that comes through here, as a matter of fact. But there's like a big God consciousness amongst like artistic people in Nashville, which is a major common thread, which I think ties them to the art form as a whole, and sometimes it can compete against the entertainment part of it, but what we're doing here, as a matter of fact, is trying to merge those two things so that they're not against each other, they're not in competition, but as a matter of fact, your art can be entertainment, and entertainment should be art. You know, there's an art to all of that. So I think that's what makes Nashville very, very, very unique, in that we have a big guy consciousness and also a big art consciousness when it comes to dance.
And I would say too, from our side of the tracks, because we do still teach kids. Our studio starts at 8 and up, but we do teach at other studios. And one of the things I really appreciate about Nashville that we try to hold on to tightly is just keeping their naivete to a certain extent. Not over-sexualizing a lot of dance stuff, not promoting things that they're kids. They should still be kids. They should have fun doing what they love, dancing, but they should still dance like kids. They can be dope kids, but they should still dance like they're young, and not trying to make them grow up too fast or have to worry about their branding at 5. You know, like, Nashville still has a good thing to where it's family oriented, to where it's not oversaturated with the industry in a negative light. It's good in a positive light, as in things are growing, more people are moving here, there's more opportunities so that dancers and choreographers can get work and make it a soul living instead of having another job to try to support in addition to dance. But I do appreciate that, because when you go to a lot of markets now, you do see kids that are 6 years old, like, twerking on the floor. And that bothers me, especially having a daughter. Not too long ago in March, it's just like, oh my goodness, if she wants to dance, I don't want her in a 2-piece bikini top at 5. Yeah. So I like that about Nashville, and that's one of the things we try to stress at our studio, is just you don't have to be half naked. You don't have to drop it like it's out on the floor in order to be seen or noticed or to make it in the industry, especially not as a kid.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say thank you for your mission and your vision. I think that it is one of the most unique and beautiful things that I've encountered here in living in Nashville. And I want to make sure you guys come check out the ProTrack. What is the address?
2543 Park Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37214.
Come here.
Yes.